Satnam and hello. Welcome to Opal Oracle. Happy and most blessed Beltane to all of you. The celebration of bringing in summer and our first day of May. I'm very excited for our celestial communication class simply because it's just so much fun. I love you all so much, and if you're new to my channel, we tune in with the Adi mantra, Om Namo Guru Dev Namo, then we protect our energy with a Mangala Charan mantra, Ad Gare Name, Jagad Gare Name, Sat Gare Name, Siddhi Guru Deve Name. And while we chant the Mangala Charan mantra, we visualize the brightest white light that we can imagine coming down at all four corners of our being. And we chant both of those two mantras 3 times each. So, welcome. I hope you're having a beautiful start to your day. And we'll tune in. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Agare Name, Shukagare Name, Satgare Name, Siddhi Guru Deve Name. Agare Name, Shukagare Name, Satgare Name, Siddhi Guru Deve Name. Agare Name, Shukagare Name, Satgare Name, Siddhi Guru Deve Name. Inhaling deeply through the nose. Lengthening the spine, pulling up on the sphincter, sex organ, and navel, applying Mula Bandha, channeling the energy up the spine, out the crown, connecting with the cosmos, then bringing that cosmic energy back in through the crown and focusing it at the third eye. Release the breath, release the lungs. Beautiful. So, if you have some water, cheers. Grab a sip. So we're going to be moving. It's going to be great. It's going to be so much fun. So the mantra that we're going to be moving to today is Aung Sung Wahe Guru, the dynamic living ecstasy of the universe is dancing in every cell of me. So that's what the mantra means, and I thought it was the perfect mantra for celebrating spring and the liveliness of this time right now. And it is a mantra that removes haunting thoughts as well as a mantra of oneness. So bringing unity to the divine masculine and the divine feminine within. So the celestial communication is very simple. We're going to start with Sufi grinds. Our hands are going to be on our knees and our palms are going to be facing up in a receptive position. Then we're going to begin lifting our hands up. Once we raise to the top, we're going to helix our hands down our center line And once we get to just below the heart chakra, we're going to open our arms so our palms are pressing out. We're going to start doing arm circles. And we're going to arm circles all the way up. And then we're going to wave our hands in prayer pose down the center line. And then we'll cross and bring our hands back to our knees, palms up, so that we can begin again. Sufi guides. So, celestial communication is a meditative practice where we use movement to connect. And it helps us to focus, especially if we have difficult times standing still. The only real rule is sitting in easy pose so that we are grounded to the energy of the earth as we're connecting to the stars and the cosmos and the teachers that came before us. Yes. We're going to be repeating Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru as we move through. And you're welcome to follow along till you kind of get a rhythm for the movement, for the repetitions, for the mantra. You're welcome to have your eyes open. You're welcome to have your eyes closed. You're welcome to chant along with me. You're welcome to not. It is up to you and what feels good to you. That being said, I am going to get our timer ready and take my phone out of the sun because it is getting very hot. And we'll do this meditation together for 7 minutes. So let's get ready by placing our hands on our knees. And we'll begin. Aung San Wahe Guru, 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 Aung San Wahe Guru. Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru. Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru. Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru. Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru. Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru. Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru. Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru. Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru. Aung San Wahe Guru. Aung San Wahe Guru, 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 Aung San Wahe Guru. Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru. Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru. San Wahe Guru, Aung 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 San Wahe Guru. Aung San Wahe Guru, 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 Aung San Wahe Guru. Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru, Aung San Wahe Guru. Ang Sang Wai Guru, 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 Ang Sang Wai Guru. Ang Sang Wai Guru, 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 Sang Wai Guru, Ang 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 Sang Wai Guru, Sang Wai Guru, Ang 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 Sang Wahe Guru. Inhaling deeply in through the nose. Suspending the breath, pulling up On your sphincter, sex organ, and navel, applying Mulbandha, channeling the energy up a lengthened spine, slightly tucking the chin. Jalarharbandha. Bringing the energy out the crown, back into the crown. Focusing at the third eye. Release the breath. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. How does that feel? Feeling the oneness with the universe, the ecstasy of the interconnection with every blade of grass, every speck of stardust. We are we, and we are one. We're going to bring our hands together, and we're going to close out with a long time sunshine song, followed by one long satnam. May the long time sun shine upon you. Oh, love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. Oh, love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way home. Inhaling deeply. Satnam. Wahe Guru Ji Ka Khalsa, Wahe Guru Ji Ki Fateh. Thank you for dancing with me. Thank you for celebrating with me. I hope you have the most beautiful, blessed day. A most happy and joyful and wild and magical Beltane. May your spirit soar, sending you all infinite love, infinite light, and infinite support. Satnam. Until next time, be well and know that you are absolutely loved and supported. Bye.